This is a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZ. And if you haven't heard, this will be discontinued after 2026. I borrowed this truck from Garff Chevrolet here in American Fork, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Be sure to ask for Caden. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see some of the options and features. And we're going to discuss why I think the main reason why Chevy's deciding to walk away from this trim. At the very top is a description: Summit white with black interior. And then here's a short listing of the standard features. Now, base price comes in at $61,300. This truck does have the Z71 off-road package as the first option for $1,990. LTZ convenience package 2 is $1,050. Diesel was $995. Assist steps, multi-flex tailgate were added to this one as well. Destination is $25.95 for a total price of $68,540. And then here are the fuel economy numbers off to the side. The LTZ is a sweet spot for the Silverado. If you think about it like this, the high country is going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood of about $5,000 more. And if you're looking at the LT, well, there's a few things you can't get on that trim level that you can on this LTZ. For example, as you guys saw, that front and rear parking sensors are standard. 360 camera view is standard. You get these nice wheels, by the way. But the biggest issue you're going to probably get with this LTZ is you cannot get painted bumpers. I think a lot of people don't mind the chrome on the grille, but a lot more people are really wanting to choose painted bumpers to get less chrome overall. And I think if they were to add an option for painted bumpers, the LTZ would probably take a little bit more market share from like the RST and maybe even the LT trims. But regardless of it, I think that this trim level is a sweet spot that GM's going to have to replace, in my opinion. But regardless of how you look at it, you guys see it has sequential turn signals, it has the projector, LED headlights, and high beams. Fog lights are right here. Also, you have your engine block heater, recovery hooks, and as I mentioned, parking sensors, active grille shutters. That camera on the front end does have a sprayer on it too. And I will say, this is actually like a satin finish on the grille, but this is bright chrome. It's kind of similar to what you see on the High Country too. Now, off to the side, a little bit of airflow through to the wheel well. Fabric material, double wishbone suspension. Because you have Z71, you do have upgraded shock absorbers, and you guys see has a what looks to be aluminum steer knuckle in there. A little bit of strengthening on that lower control arm. And then here are the tires. You saw these tires were an upgrade with the Z71 package. So these are the Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runner ATs. It's going to be a 275/60/20. So this is a 33-inch tall tire, 10.8 inches in width. So it's pretty wide, I would say. And then here are the capacities: 2,679 pounds at 51 psi cold. As I mentioned, I do like the wheels on this truck too. Fixed running boards, and a little bit of chrome like around the windows, door handles, mirror caps. A little bit of lighting right there. Blind spot alert. No convex on the mirrors. I like to see that. Smart key systems right there. And as I mentioned on the window sticker, you do have some skid plates. There's not much really on the front end, but they do give you some protection for that independent front suspension and that diff. 24-gallon fill tank. And then your DEF fill is right there. No camera above. That power sliding glass was an option. Defrost is there. Spray in. You can see the bed lights. Also some tie downs. Be sure to check out my Juggernaut promo code if you want a better solution for tying things down. And then here's a quick peek at the suspension. They do give you 3 leaves out back. That bottom one being a helper spring. This, I believe, was an standard feature 2. So they give you a liner. Ford hasn't been given their trucks liner, so I like that GM does still give that to you. Out back you have LED taillights with some incandescent bulbs in here too. Parking sensors, class 4 hitch. This one also has the camera provisions if you plan on towing a trailer. You guys saw the multi-pro was an option. And automatic locker. Then here's that spare tire. Rancho shocks out back too. And if you push both buttons together, this will drop into a step. And there is an option to get the kicker sound system. You can get that after the fact, which I kind of recommend too. Sometimes you can get the dealerships to throw those in for you. 400 watts of power. And let's go ahead and see a side view of this tailgate. So this has a lot of different functions here. And I do like it. It's a nice feature to have. This is GM's secret weapon. They're the only half-ton truck in the segment that still offers a diesel option. And as you guys saw on the window sticker, you can get pretty close to 30 miles to the gallon, especially when this thing starts to break in. Unless you plan on adding bigger wheels and tires and lifting this truck, yes, you're gonna get a little bit less, but I've even heard people say they're still getting 20-25 miles to the gallon, even with the trucks lifted with bigger wheels and tires. So 305 horsepower, 495 pound-feet of torque. This does have a engine exhaust brake too, which is really nice. And they did some updates. This is considered the LZO. The LM2 is the first generation of this engine for these pickup trucks. And what's behind it is a 10-speed transmission. So if you do plan on towing a trailer, these trucks do that job pretty well overall. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. As far as the interior goes, the LTZ definitely cleans up for sure. One thing I like about this truck is it does give you the Bose premium sound system. On the HDs, unless it's changed since 2024, that was an option. This also has seat memories, and I like the appointment to the interior. When they did the refresh back in 2022, my goodness, they really hit it out of the park. They definitely shot up for sure. Now, a little bit of storage in the door here. You also have power folding outside mirrors. Auto up and down for just the front windows, auto down for the rear. 10-way driver's seat too, and that's including the lumbar support. Perforated leather, so these do breathe better, and these are heated and ventilated. That comes standard on this truck. You also have a power steering column too. Here's some of your controls, your drive modes. Full drive autos there, electronic parking brake, and all your lighting. A little bit of piano black on the dash. Now this does have the lighter color roof. It is a darker gray, I would say. I don't mind that as much, and it does match the stitching too. Center console's there. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. On this side, you also have a 10-way seat, so you can raise and lower the front and rear. On the Ford, it's just an 8-way seat. A little bit of storage right here. And I do like the perforated leather they give you on this cover. Soft open bottom. You cannot use this truck for a bed camper, unfortunately. A little bit of storage on the side. All of the floor mats. They say Z71 off-road. And then out back, the outboard heated seats were an add-on with that Convenience 2 package. Grab handle, seat back pockets, more storage right there, even more storage down below. And then that's your block heater plug. Flat floor surface, and I would say that this isn't the biggest cab in the segment, but it's a decent size back here. Air vents, 2 USBs, type A, type C. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Now, if you would like heads-up display and the camera mirror, you would have to get the technology package. That's probably the only thing this truck is missing, but it's not a big deal, right? Now, if you put it in reverse, you guys see great camera views. I like that you can turn off that top view really easily. Also, you can see down the side of the truck. If you need to hook up to a trailer. And I do like how GM does their backup lines too. Everything they've done with their camera system is just done well. Just below the screen, you have this lane keep assist, parking sensors can be disabled. I would like for GM to allow you to disable these separately from front and rear. So if you're towing a trailer, you can just disable the rear and then keep the front ones on. Auto stop start. You can drop the tailgate, caution lights, traction control, downhill assist, and then you can drop all the windows together. If it's a hot day or if someone farts in the truck, it's really nice to have. Home link and that were an option along with that defrost. Just remember that. Dual climate control, trailer brake, nice storage, gear selector, wireless charger, 120 volt power plug, two USBs. And if you want to turn on or off the adaptive cruise control, you have to hold down this button here. So if I hold it down, watch what happens. Adaptive cruise control is available. And heated steering wheel. I would like to see more information, and when they do the redesigned truck, you'll probably have more features like for like the transmission temp. They have that in there, but like oil temps, I like to see that coolant temps with actual numbers, not just a gauge, because I like to monitor whenever I'm towing or if I'm unloaded, like how it changes those temperatures there. So a lot of nice ways you can set up this screen too. You have this split screen, a little bit of storage above right there. Last thing I'll show you is your settings. It's nice to come into the vehicle tab and you can turn some things off. Climate and air quality. If you're gonna pay for that rear defog, you might as well have it come on automatically, right? It's just nice to have. Comfort and convenience. You have a few things there. Reverse tilt mirror, all that good stuff. Remote mirror folding, so it works with the key fob. And I'm gonna show you guys one last thing here. So if you wanted to do remote window operation, just make sure that this is on. Oops. I clicked out of it. So here, I'll show you how it works now, and then I'll show you the payload on the side of the door. So what you have to do is the truck has to be locked, and then you just have to double tap the unlock and hold. And once you do that, it drops all the windows down. So if it's 100 degrees outside, your truck's been sitting out in the sun, boom, you can just drop the windows down. That's really nice. I didn't know that GM had that. I've been looking for that. I wish my Corvette had it, but it doesn't have it either. So here's what it is. Here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is 3,800 pounds. The rear is 3,800 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 7,200 pounds. And all-in payload capacity is going to be 1,521 pounds. 9,000 pound conventional towing capacity. They say you can tow a 7,500 pound gooseneck. And gross combined weight rating is 15,000 pounds. And on the curb, the truck weighs 5,679 pounds. Here's the yellow sticker showing you front tires 32 psi, the rear is 35 psi. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Are you sad about the LTZ going away? Because LTZ used to be the top trim, but at some point the High Country came in, then you have the RST, the Trail Boss, and so they really haven't done much to really bring more, you know, excitement to this trim level. So it's no shocker that what used to be the top trim level is now no longer going to be available.